Father's Day has come and gone, and CIB has recognized this occasion with a brand spanking new paternity leave policy of 30 straight paid off days. That's up from just 3 working days previously for fathers welcoming their firstborn. That's a tenfold or 1,000% increase, which in Bursa market terms normally ends with an UMA query. No such result will occur here, of course, and granted 30 days is a great outcome. But is their policy worthy of celebration? Of course, it's nothing compared to Maybank's extended maternity leave with variable pay for up to 365 days, where women get 90 days of maternity leave with full pay, an additional maternity leave period for 3 months at half pay, and then a further 6 months with no pay. Yeah, of course, women's got to bear the pain of childbirth as well as the lion's share of parenthood, but must it remain so? Right now, us, fathers, are underrepresented and underrated in terms of our roles in the family, whereas quite the opposite is the case in the corporate world. But are the diminished roles of men something accepted and maybe even expected in families, a possible, even probable factor in the rising numbers of juvenile crimes in this country? 3 years ago, Bukit Aman reported that juvenile crimes were rising in Malaysia. That year, over 1,600 cases involved students below the age of 18, involved in offences ranging from violent crime to property damage. And among non-students below 18, the number of offenders was 5 times higher. I shudder to think what the statistics were like in 2016, especially when the memory of T. Naveen's death in Penang is still fresh in my memory. Or the viral videos of those kids aged between 13 and 16 years old riding their bicycles at 3:30 in the morning on the Middle Ring Road in JB, just before they were run over by a car. It might be overgeneralizing to say that juvies are the way they are because they've got daddy issues, because there are lots of factors at play. But let's be frank, it can't have helped, right? Right? Last February, I attended a father-son camp organized by a small NGO, they are called Focus on the Family, where I learned this stunning revelation. Young children are the most impressionable and in most need of nurturing between the ages of 6 and 13, precisely the time when we, i.e. the fathers, are most absent from the household, because we're either busy building our careers or expanding our own businesses. So what's the solution? Well, change for one. More effort given to addressing the role imbalance between men and women, because one can't happen without the other. As Facebook Sheryl Sandberg has urged, women should lean more and grab bigger roles in the workplace.
How good are we as managers of our companies and our organizations at seeing that the men are reaching for opportunities more than women? We've got to get women to sit at the table.
While men can consider dialing back a little, which Sandberg points out makes for a happier home.
Studies show that households with equal earning and equal responsibility also have half the divorce rate. And if that wasn't good enough motivation for everyone out there, they also have more, how shall I say this on this stage? They know each other more in the biblical sense as well.
But Rome wasn't built in a day. Women need to overcome social biases and their own fears, while us men need to scale our egos back and reimagine our priorities. In media circles, the now deceased and much-loved star newspaper editor, So Eugene, always said the 6 years he spent at home with his 2 sons were the best in his life. He was a full-blown house husband while his wife took over the reins as a breadwinner. But people like So Eugene are few and far between, and remains a tough ask in today's society. Because like it or not, all of us, me included, have gender prejudices, and we need to change as well, including accepting wage parity among the sexes. The truth is, men will always be breadwinners because men will always be paid more. I'd like to share a true story before I end. When I was around 20, I knew this rich kid whose father was a bank chairman. One day I was with him in his swanky apartment with him when his dad returned home from work. I immediately noticed the coldness between father and son. There was no physical intimacy, just a handshake and a perfunctory question about the day gone by. And that was it. Off the father went to his study with a stack of files and documents under his arm, while we went out into the night. Years later, after I lost touch with my friend, I learned that he had disappeared, forced to leave Malaysia. He had parlayed his dad's connection to raise millions of bucks for his so-called investment fund, all of which was subsequently lost on bad bets and siphoned funds. Was the lack of intimacy a reason? I'm willing to bet that it played a role, at the very least. Just saying.